We begin with breaking news in Wilsonville, where an unknown white powdery substance was found at Coffee Creek Correctional Facility. That's on Grams Ferry Road. Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue is on scene right now, and we want to bring in Cassandra Olvin. She's with TVF&R, and she joins us live on the phone. So Cassandra, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us where exactly this substance was found?
You bet. So it was in the mailroom at Coffee Creek, and there were 4 employees that process the mail before it's distributed amongst the folks in the facility. And one of those employees opened an envelope, and that's when they discovered the white powdery substance. So they did everything right. They immediately stopped their operations, they evacuated, and they called 911.
Okay, do you have any idea or any preliminary information about what this substance could be?
We don't know what the substance is, and because, this could be something bad, we basically are transitioning that analysis to law enforcement. But I can tell you that those 4 employees that were in the mailroom, only 2 of them had very, very minor symptoms. We still followed a procedure to decontaminate them, and they were transported as a precaution to area hospitals. But fortunately, they don't seem to be, in any distress, and it was limited to that mailroom. The rest of the building was evacuated, but we don't believe there were any other exposures.
Okay, so it seems like those 4 in the mailroom should be okay. I guess what's next? Is everyone back in the building as usual?
So, yes, fortunately, this occurred in a building where just employees of the facility work, so there were no adults in custody that had to be evacuated. They went into a lockdown procedure. They remain in a lockdown procedure, again, just as part of their protocol and as a precaution. So next, law enforcement will be analyzing that substance, working to determine what it is and where it came from, and they'll take follow-up steps from there.
Okay, thank you so much. Again, Cassandra Olvin with TVF&R joining us. Thanks again for joining us and giving us some of that information. Of course, we will continue to follow this story both on air and online. You can go to kgw.com or our KGW News app for updates.